Okay, my people, thank you for joining us this morning. I'm with Pastor this morning to talk about this Dele Farotimi. He was denied bail yesterday. So, what do you have to say to the viewers this morning concerning this issue?
Thank you for having me. I think what is happening to Farotimi is as a result of the rot in our system. Because if you look at the very much, of course, in his book, he talked about the injustice in the Nigerian system. And it's like the injustice is even haunting him. But for the fact that they slam him a bail condition of over 50 million, you begin to wonder. This is a man who is a legal practitioner. This is a man who has credibility in society. This is a man who, for all purposes and intent, will not jump bail. Why that stringent condition?
As I was saying,
you understand? I will saw him in handcuffs in court. Begin to wonder. For such a civilized gentleman to be on handcuff, it is a case of trying to intimidate him, if I may say. I'm not saying if he's been accused of defamation of character that he should not answer for it. But the manner they are going about it show that they are using their influence and their standing in the society to intimidate him. Because I do not see any reason he should be on handcuff coming to the court. He's not someone that is known to be violent. He's not someone that is known to be someone that will disobey the authority. He has even made it clear before his arrest that if there's any case for which they want him to make appearance in court, that they know his house. So the manner he was even arrested, I'm not saying anybody should not be arrested even in the rise. But why all this bail denial, all this, for me, is a mere strategy to intimidate him.
Okay, sir, these are part of the key mass Nnamdi Kanu was saying there before the kidnapping in Kenya, the injustice, the way Nigeria behave, even in the zoo that Nnamdi Kanu is calling Nigeria, even in zoo, don't behave this way. Look at it, just like what you have said so far. You see the past governor of Kogi State, Yaya Bello, when he went to EFCC, when they arrested him or not, the way he walked majestically to EFCC, in fact, even the governor of the state accompanied him. He dressed very well. Then compared to this man who did not steal, they anchor him. What is the hope of Nigeria? And the upcoming children are seeing this thing. What are the messages these politicians are passing to these children?
To answer our first question, the hope of Nigeria is to get it right with our electoral system. Once we get it right in the way we hire and fire our leaders, every other thing will fall in place. But as long as the leaders know that they are not accountable to the people, that they can have their way back to the power without due process, the consequence is what we will be facing. Because if going forward, the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the governors of the respective states know that their destiny, their mandate depends on the voters. When the voters make any demand, genuine demand, they will listen. But as long as they will have a way to perpetuate themselves into power without due process or by circumventing the process, they will continue having what we are having.
Okay, sir, do you think the judiciary can get it right if the politicians keep building houses for them, keep buying cars for them, increase their salary, and they are indirectly buying them? And so, for instance, if you are one of the, maybe you are a barrister or you are a lawyer, and a politician buy you a house, send your children to do this thing, that the same politician have a case. Will you have the mind? No, if you know that this man that has been helping you at all, will you have the mind to get against it?
It all boils down to how we hire and fire our leaders. Once we get it right with the political angle of how we get the president in office, the governors in office, all these other things will fall in place. Because the buck rests with Mr. President. The people are looking at his body language. What they see that his body language is that he is not interested in fighting corruption or anything goes. Of course, all the lieutenants, everybody will start living in that manner. So for me, we must get it right with the way we hire and fire our leaders. If we must get it right with the judiciary. The judiciary is not standing alone. You must address how the president is elected. If you get it right with and manner the president is elected, judiciary will fall in place. Legislative arm will fall in place. That is my take.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Now we are no more hearing about Biafra the way we used to hear it when Samuel Ekpa was talking to people on here. The silence is not talking. What is really happening? You sit at home on Monday. It's no more the way they used to take action. Is this the end of Biafra struggle, or what do you have to say, sir?
I don't think it's the end. The government is only postponing the evil days. Because for me, just like Professor Woloseka will always say, that Biafra is an ideology. If you want to address it, you must address it from the ideological point of view. Don't forget that the senator representing Delta North in the Nigerian Senate, Senator Nnamdi Kanu, said recently that if you arrest a Samonepa, 100,000 Samonepa will emerge. And recently we have seen Dr. Ngozi Orabozi, an American doctor in the medical profession, who have come out to say, yes, I was the chief of staff, or yes, I'm the chief of staff to Samonepa, and I'm assuming the responsibility in acting capacity as the Prime Minister of Biafra in exile. And I think she have come out to reshuffle the cabinet. So what I'm trying to say in essence is, the last may not have been heard of agitation. The only way you can address it is, let us have a roundtable conversation. No matter how you look at it, any conflict always ends on a roundtable conversation. Even the conflict between Russia and Ukraine, eventually, ultimately, it will end on a roundtable. So the earlier you make provision for that roundtable and people to embrace, the better for the sanctity of life.
Okay, thank you, sir. Before I will let you go, let me ask you this last question. We see Peter Obi and Atiku Abubakar are romancing together, and some are saying that the union is against 2027 election, that Peter Obi might likely be a vice to Atiku in 2027. Now, my question now is that the Biafra has one thing to speak to federal government. It's either for them to ignore this coming election 2027 and for them to take their stand that they are not going to participate in this 2027 election, or are they going to accept Peter Obi being a vice for Atiku because they are promising Obi after 4 years of Atiku, Obi is going to be a president? What do you have to say, sir?
No law says anybody must be president at any point in time. And you cannot say it's not possible for all the Igbos to support Obi, and it's not possible for all the Igbos to support Biafra. So those things are depends on the perspective from which you are seeing it. But to answer your question directly, Obi Atiku alliance is going to be a political tsunami come 2027. We also saw what played out in 2023. We saw the result declared by INEC, even though the result was questionable. But look at the results Obi garnered by INEC results. Obi had 6.something million. I think we had 7.something million. That's about 12.something million or so. While Eturubu, going by that result, had 8.something million. That itself means that they are two coming together, they would have won the election. Then looking at the fact that Tinubu is already in the saddle and the power to manipulate the system is already rested with him. We saw the statement that came from him before the Edo governorship election. How he said that he was going to give Edo to APC, and eventually APC carried the day. That's it. What we need to do, what stakeholders should be yearning for before the 2027 election is, let us review our electoral act, particularly the area that talks about transmission of election results. That discretion given to INEC, I'm of the view, I'm talking about discretion to determine the mode of transmission of election results. I'm of the view that INEC is not responsible enough to parade discretionary power in that regard. Let us review that electoral act. I'll remove that remove that discretionary power, that power of liberty from them. Let us have specific and mandate INEC that you must transmit election result electronically. Yes, the result will not avoid. Let us have such in an electoral act. By so doing, you'll be reducing human interference, and to reduce human interference is the way to go if you want to enhance free, fair, and credible election in Nigeria.
Okay, so two things that the APC government is seeking that might likely Atiku or Obi merging together might not have a meaningful way in 2027 is that now they are trying all their possible means to make sure that there is no opposition party. As I talk to you right now, there is nothing like PDP because PDP is under APC. Then we talk about Labour Party, they are in court too. Now, if you look at all those things, even if Peter Obi and Atiku merge together, they are still going to come out under a political party. And if you are you telling me that they are going to form another political party aside from PDP or Labour Party?
If the system is free, fair, and credible, the power to hire and fire belongs to the electorate, and the electorate is not under any political party. So that it itself nullify their strategy to make Nigeria a one-party state. Nigerians, you cannot take away the fact are not happy with the way and manner this country is being governed. And when it comes to electioneering period or time to vote, people are not voting on the basis of I am not voting as a party man. I am voting as a Nigerian who is eligible to vote, who have been registered to vote, who have voter card, not as a PDP, APC, or Labour Party person.
Thank you so much, sir, for having me today. We are grateful. Thank you, sir.
Thank you for having me.